All right, so I'm gonna start with AWS. I'm gonna start with the same repository that I used before. So I cloned GitLab here, and I'm just gonna go to Claude. So Claude. I have MCP already configured, so I'm gonna do it in the same way I did to redu. So I'm just gonna say deploy this to AWS. Let's see what will happen. Okay, so AWS is giving me multiple options to do this. So I would like to do that on AC2. So it's gonna be that. Do I want a personal test or production? I want personal test here. For credentials, I do need to set it up. I didn't do that. Actually, I don't know. I did. I think I did that. So let's try with this and let's see. All right, it said the deployment is working. So let's see. I should be able to access it on this IP. So I'm gonna go here and just try to access it. Well, it's not working yet. Let's see. It's doing something else in the background. All right, so after a few minutes, it actually now works. So let's go and refresh this and see. And this should be HTTP, not HTTPS. Okay, got it. I will like it to automatically give me HTTPS, but I think that for this demo, it's fine. Okay, so let's try to register as I did before. So I'm gonna just type everything. Okay, so register is done. And I need to do the approval. So I'm gonna try to do it with AWS. So I'm just gonna tell it, can you go to that EC2 and approve my account that I just created on that private GitLab. Let's see if it's able to actually do this. Okay, so after a few minutes, it actually did it. So let's see if it worked. Okay, that part worked. And let's check. So I'm gonna go to click something. Okay, so we can see that this cleanly worked. Now let's do a Supabase fork. So I'm gonna tell it, I want a Supabase fork and I want to push it to this private GitLab. Okay, let's be precise. Okay, let's see how it's gonna deal with it. All right, it looks like it finished. So I'm just gonna go and refresh here. So in projects, I should have. Do not see it. Let's see. So I think it should work like this. Maybe it's created in root. Yes, it used the root user, I think. So let's go and ask it to fix it. I want it as demo at redu.cloud user, not root user. Let's see if it can fix it. Actually, I read it wrong. Import is running, so it's not finished yet. You just told me that it's running. So maybe I was supposed to wait here. Well, let's see. I did the prompt anyway, so we'll see how it will go. Okay, so agent actually fixed it here. So if I go not there, but back, Now it should be fixed. Yes, it is. And I can see that it did exactly what I wanted it to do. It's still importing it, but it's fine. I'm gonna wait for this to finish. Alright, I can confirm that it's working. So now let's try to actually use that fork and to deploy it. So I'm gonna tell it, use that fork that we just added and deploy it on AWS. Let's see. All right, after some time, deployment is done. Let's go and check what's deployed. So I should go here with this. Okay, and I want this password and Supabase. Okay, Supabase deployment worked. It did, I must say, self-heal quite a few times to get it healthy, and it failed for multiple reasons, but the good thing is it actually did self-heal. It did work in the end. So I'm actually happy with the result. So let's do the integration part. I'm not completely sure how this will work. I don't know if AWS has API keys with scopes that can help me do this efficiently. So, I mean, let's try. So I'm going to do the prompt. For that Supabase deployment, I would like to add a new feature. I want backups. In UI, add them in between of database and out. I would like this to be proper backup system. So if possible, with scoped API that will allow only that. If not, recommend how to do this on AWS. I want a way to do backups and restores. I don't want them to be on a same VM. So something like dedicated block storage for this. Let's see. I'm not sure how this will work, but we will see the results soon. Okay, so it's asking me for what type of storage I want. So on AWS, actually, I want S3 is the best option here. And let's see what a proper backup engine is. So PG back resets. I mean, sure, let's do that. For this, I want sure custom studio image. Scoped. Sure. Submit answers and let's see what it's gonna do. All right, so it kind of failed because that VM wasn't large enough. So this AC2 builder that I used just couldn't build it. So I approved a bigger one, and now let's wait for this to be done. All right, so it finally finished. It took quite a bit of time to do it. So let's see what's done. So I can go and test it on this IP. Let's see, is this the same IP address? Yeah, it is. Okay. So we have backups button. It created. Nice. So it's creating backups to S3. Let's try it. So new full backup. Let's see if it will be created. All right, it did work. So it did create one, and we can see it actually here. So in my buckets, I can see that Supabase demo backups are there. So AWS actually did this pretty well. I'm surprised. Here are some disclaimers that it's giving us. When we are restoring it, it will always cause a brief DB reset. Backup API mounts the Docker socket, and it's, I mean, generally it's working pretty well, to be honest. It did just take a lot of time to build this. I want to just confirm what's the price of this at this point. So I'm just gonna ask it, what's the price of all of this at this point? Also do commit the studio changes to my fork on master. Okay, so let's see. I have no idea. Like, AWS is not asking me about if I want to provision, what's the price of the VM I'm choosing. So let's see what I'm gonna get. All right, so the current cost is around $133 per month. Okay, and I just told it to push this to master, so let's wait for that to be done. Okay, for the merge into master, it didn't want to merge it automatically, so it created a feature branch and told me to merge it myself. But I'm gonna tell it again, go and merge it. You have actually permission to do it. So let's wait for this to be done. All right, so it says that it's in master now. So let's actually double check that. So here, I should be able, if I refresh it, to see new codes. Yes, it's there. Perfect. Let's do the final thing. So I want a VPN over the private network that has those VMs. Let's see what AWS gonna respond with. Okay, it managed to create a VPN, so I'm just gonna tell it, can you set it up on my machine? Because I want this to be set up. So let's see. All right, so it kind of worked. It told me to do this. So I'm gonna try to just copy paste this. Because it needs sudo and AWS doesn't have. Okay, this didn't work. Let's do. What's it want me to do? I'm just gonna copy paste this here. Maybe that's it. It's not that. Let's try again. No, let me see and read it properly. Okay, so after I typed that, it actually gave me better commands to run, so I can do this instead. This should work better. It is working, and I can actually see that VPN is there, so okay, that works fine. Let's just do one more prompt here, and I'm gonna tell it, okay, now close public access to GitLab. Let's see if it's gonna be able to do that, because I'm not sure on AWS how to do this properly. Is it a security group or something else that I need to change? So I'm gonna let the agent handle that. Okay, I was right. It did it using API, and it was based on security group. So it modified it, so now it's different than CloudFormation template that it used to build this. So let's see if I can actually access that. This is the Supabase. Yes, I cannot access it anymore on public internet. All right, so this is working perfectly fine. Let's do the last one thing. I want architecture diagram of the current deployed resources. Let's see if it can create me a graph of it. All right, AWS actually finished with infrastructure map. So it's pretty cool. It's pretty good looking one. Yes, it's detailed and it's showing traffic, prices, everything. I'm actually very happy with this result. Alright, so this is it for the AWS video. I'm gonna include comparisons when I get the data. So also I'm gonna export this raw chat that I had. So it's publicly accessible, you can check it and all that. So I'm just gonna tell it here, do a report on this entire session with timestamps and tokens, you everything. All right, so this is it for this part, and let's go and see the next cloud provider.